Listen. There's something I wish to share with you.
You want to help me?
Certainly. I can see to it that you never have to leave this jungle.
How could you do that?
Oh, I have my own subtle little ways. But first, you must trust me.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
I don't blame you. I'm not like those so-called fair-weather friends of yours. You can believe in me.
So,
Equality for everyone.
to continue.
Raising the flag for
Yes, having paused.
having more rainbow crossings on the road.
So to continue. In seeing that landscape of people following, doing what they were told without question throughout lockdown, and it continues today. I had some personal experiences there wherein in that resulting despondency, dread, depression to a certain extent that overtook me in the bedsit I was then living in, whilst watching the city going mad around me in that way, literally. I remember going to sit in a park. I would go and sit in a park on occasion, and it was incredibly shocking, I found, to see at the beginning, completely off the top of my head, at the beginning you could, maybe 1 in 1,000 people who walked past. Prior to that, you could see that they were a little bit mad. 1 in 1,000 people would walk past talking to themselves, muttering, or something of that nature. And as lockdown progressed, by the end of it, I remember sitting on that park bench and being utterly distraught to see that 1 in 50 people or so, or more, were walking past that bench, talking to themselves, muttering, looking basically like they had lost their mind. Farmer's coming back. So in that, I started looking for other people who seeking out for some solace in finding other people who saw what I saw. And it amazed me. I had a few instances where I met some bod in a shop, or I remember one particular day I went into a shop and there was a security guard standing there at the entrance to a supermarket. I think it might have been Poundland or something in Sheffield. And he was stood there with his mask on, and I walked in with mine, and we began talking. And anybody on my side of that divide will know this. There was a sort of feeling out took place of seeing whether we were free to talk our minds, or whether we had to submit to that overriding dogma with the other, for fear of them becoming disturbed at the questions and thoughts I was having. And I learnt there that I just took the plunge, I took a risk and said something. And I saw immediately this response in him, his shoulders dropped, metaphorically speaking, and there was a great sigh of relief I saw in him, and he suddenly changed and started talking his mind and said, "Oh God, yes, I can't take this. This is a nightmare to watch," and all the rest of it. What's happening? And I learned at that instant that in my own little way, I had the power to lead in a way that all it took for him to speak his mind was a very subtle invitation from me. It just took a tiny step forward for me to say, I'm not going to judge you. If you have disagreements, if you have questions, you're free to speak with me. And it taught me at that point that I had to some degree the power to lead. It made me go away and think about that. And I found myself thinking that at the age of 45, well, I wasn't so much younger than those people leading the country. It made me think about the stages of life, and it taught me that in the position I was in, with the oversight I had then gained through my life experience, that I actually had some things that I knew that might actually be important to share with the next generation and with those around me. And that if I didn't, if I resisted, because I knew to a degree that I had more sense than some of those people I watched on the television, who'd spent all their lives in that media social circle, drinking in their wine bars in London and all the rest of it, and had very little real experience. Although they were in that position of apparent authority, they actually had very little life experience outside that the confines of their social circle that they lived in. And it made me understand there through that. That experience suddenly gave me this feeling, well, who do we allow to rule us? Do I simply allow them to dictate to the next generation, to those around us, to those around me, what is right and wrong? Or do I step forward and speak a little bit myself? And that experience that I described in that shop with that security guard, and there were others too, it gave me the confidence and understanding that actually all it really takes to lead is an invitation. That in that position, what I wished to promote, all I had to do was invite people to be honest, to let them know that that was indeed acceptable. That self-censoring around me was not what I called for. So yes, that sudden, it was rather an epiphany to me. Because obviously there's all those absurd questions of, oh, you can't, how terribly arrogant, but it wasn't at all. I suddenly understood that no, it's not that I will tell people what to do, that I'm in any position of authority, quite the reverse, but I can lead simply by inviting people to think differently and to think for themselves. That was a real position of leadership, to my eyes. To empower in your own little way, and that it takes hardly anything. It's a nothing. All it takes is breaking. All it takes is a few words to break through that spell that tells us we mustn't say what we think because we might offend, or we might be thought foolish or wrong, or any of the rest of it. That was a seminal moment in that journey for me. Now, to link that with what I was talking about before, about that dogmatic thought, the presiding lilt towards dogmatic thought and away from individual critical thinking. Just to illustrate that division, somebody I've followed for a while, listened to a lot of his talks for a while, called EDI Jester, Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Jester. It's a fellow with some quite interesting thoughts. I watched an interview with him, Benjamin Boyson, which he described, it really illustrated something perfectly. On the one hand, I had this it illustrated something in the realm as well of the specialist versus the non-specialist, or versus there's different names for it, Renaissance man, jack of all trades is another thing, that's word that's used often quite derogatorily, universal man, whatever. He described, just to illustrate that concept, the difference being, if you take a child to a zoo, do you walk around and tell them what everything is? Get them to memorize the names of all the animals or whatever? Or do you arrive at the zoo and say to the kid, right, you go off and explore the zoo yourself and come back and tell me what you've seen. Tell me what you've learned, discovered. And that, to me, is the difference between dogmatic thinking and between learning by rote, basically, or learning by your own exploration. Two very different mindsets. And to my mind, our whole culture now has been built around learning by rote, very obviously. If you look at our education systems, it's all built at the examination process, all the rest of it. It's all about revising and memorizing previously formulated so-called facts and parroting them back. It's not about developing the ability to reason for oneself. That's not something which is a part of our education system built on the Prussian model, etc., apparently. So
you think you're gonna live your life alone, in darkness and seclusion? Yeah, I know. You've been out there and tried to mix with the animals, and it just left you full of humiliated confusion. But the feeling of loneliness never leaves you. It haunts you everywhere you go. And then you meet me, and your whole world changes. Because everything I say is everything you've ever wanted to hear. So you drop your defenses, and you drop all your fears. And you're so busy feeling good that you never question why things are going so well. You wanna know why? 'Cause I'm a liar! Yeah, I'm a liar! I'll tear your mind out, I'll burn your soul, I'll turn you into me, I'll turn you into me, 'cause I'm a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar. I'll hide behind a smile and understanding eyes. And I'll tell you things that you already know, so you can say, I really identify with you so much. I'll come to you like an affliction, but I'll leave you like an addiction. You'll never forget me. You wanna know why? 'Cause I'm a liar. Yeah, I'm a liar. I'll rip your mind out. I'll burn your soul. I'll turn you into me. I'll turn you into me. 'Cause I'm a liar, a liar. Liar, 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 liar. I don't know why I feel the need to lie and cause you so much pain. Maybe it's something inside. Maybe it's something I can't explain. 'Cause all I do is mess you up and lie to you. I'm a liar. Oh, I'm a liar. But if you give me just one more chance, I swear I will never lie to you again. Because now I see the destructive power of a lie. They're stronger than truth. I can't believe I ever hurt you. I swear I will never lie to you again. Please, just give me one more chance. I will never lie to you again. I swear. I will never tell a lie. I will never tell a lie. No. No. Sucker, sucker, oh, sucker. I am a liar. Yeah, I am a liar. Yeah, I like it. I feel good. Oh, I am a liar. Yeah. I lie. I lie. I lie. Oh, I lie. I'll lie again and again. I'll lie again and again, and I'll keep lying. I promise.
Penny for your thoughts. What do you reckon?